The biggest ramp really used for freestyle, apart from the skateboard bowls, is probably the quarter pipe. The aerial is very complicated. You have to really train a long way to get to this. You jump out of the top and using your body, you twist in the air so that you're facing the opposite direction. If you get anything wrong with that, it can be really deep yoga. The basic drop-in really is standing on top of the quarter pipe, standing on your back brake and just dropping down into the thing, as the name suggests. There's really loads of variations on the theme of a drop-in. The small ramp's probably about 4 feet high at the highest end, with a gradual take-off into it so it makes the transition a lot smoother. And it's just basic tricks that you do on that. Back down the ramp, and then you can do various things out of the rollback.
Absolutely wonderful, wasn't it? And with us this morning in the Play School studio is Andy Preston. Very good morning to you. Quite an entrance. That was absolutely wonderful, I've been saying. BMX has really taken off. Why?
Well, it's the main sport for the kids. They really enjoy it, and the bikes will stand up to anything. So the kids can give it any hammer they want, and it'll just stand up to it.
And I heard you talking about deep yogurt.
Oh, yeah, that's just
what's that about?
That's a saying that they brought out in America. It means you're getting into a mess. So you consider yogurt as a mess, so if you do something wrong, you're getting into a mess, so you're getting into yogurt.
And it really has got a language of its own, because you were talking to me earlier about something being really rad.
Yeah, well, radicals are just derived from the word radical, as it says. Something different, something extraordinary, something that's really good. So they shortened it to rad, and that just means anything just wild and fantastic.
And among the letters we've got there are some from girls. Is it a girls' sport as well?
Girls do play quite a large part in the racing side of it. Not many of them do freestyle, because I don't think they've got the strength to do it as you know, against the boys. But with the racing, the girls are racing against themselves, so they've all got equal amount of chance of winning.
And tell us about the gear, because it's a slightly dangerous sport, isn't it, if you don't do it properly?
Well, it can be dangerous if you don't get it right, yeah.
So what do you have to wear?
Well, I wear sliders. That's derived from sliding on your elbow, so these are just pads, knee pads, good shoes, good flat sole shoes to grip the pedals. Usually I wear gloves, but it's not really necessary for freestyle. That's more of a racing side of it.
And the bike?
The bike's
What's different about that?
Well, this is mainly different because it's got 4 triangles in the frame called a quad angle. So it's got one at the back, one in the middle, and 2 small ones at the front, making the name into a quad.
Yeah.
But it's mainly just really, really strong and
it's
pretty
very light too, compared with the strength.
Oh, yes. Well, they have to be light to manoeuvre them.
Yeah. So you're a freestyle man. You had plenty of space on the film. You haven't got a lot of space here, but can you show us... because you make these things up yourself, don't you?
Yeah, they're all variations on a certain trick.
Right, well, show us something you've been making up this week and how you do it.
Right. I'll just go from over here.
Round of applause, I think, don't you? So, how long does it take you to come up with that from scratch?
Well, not all that long. Once you learn to do a back up, that's a straight hop back. You just combine it with a spin and it just keeps going.
Right. Park your bike.
Okay.
We're going to take some calls now.
Right.
And take that thing off. What's that for? That's so you don't get smashed in the mouth.
Yeah, that's so it stops you losing your teeth.
Really? And before we take the first call, you were telling me you are the British record holder for jumping cars, aren't you?
Yes, I am, yes. I made that record about 2 months ago now.
How many?
Did 4 cars.
You jumped 4 cars?
Yeah, from a ramp to ramp, off the flat, so there was no power involved. It was just all, you know, brute strength.
So what sort of speed were you doing when you hit the ramp?
Well, I had a 16 gearing on. That's pretty hard to push now. I was spinning it. That means pedalling as fast as you can with the gearing. So I must have been topping about 29, 30 miles an hour.
And what was the feeling like when you were going up to that ramp?
Well, I didn't know how to get in the air and jump off and say I couldn't make it, or whether just to try and ride it out and hope nothing went wrong. So I stuck to the second one, and luckily I made it.
4 cars. You're not going to try it again, though, are you?
I wouldn't mind trying 4 again, but I don't think I'd go for the 5.
OK, gramophone. And the first call is from Francis McGiven. Morning, Francis.
Good morning.
Hi, Francis.
What's your question?
What bike is best to start with?
Sorry?
What bike is best to start with? What kind of bike?
Well, what are you intending to do on it? Are you just intending to ride around the street or race?
Hello, Francis. Are you still with us?
Yes.
Are you going to race it, or are you just going to mess around in the streets on it?
I'll just ride around the street on it.
So just mess around in the streets then?
Well, you don't really need a very expensive bike, because if you're going for racing, you need something about £150. But riding around the streets, any bike will do, really.
OK, Francis.
Right.
OK, on line 3, we've got Andrew Wall. Morning, Andrew.
Morning.
Andrew?
And your question?
Please could you tell me what's the worst accident you've ever had on a BMX after doing a stunt?
Well, after doing the stunt, I haven't had really bad accidents. The only bad accident I've had was when I was racing, when I first started, and I just crashed and broke my collarbone. There's nothing really to say. I just fell off, and I don't know how it happened. I must have hit a brick or something, but that's the worst crash I've ever had.
Oh, okay.
Do you do that sort of thing, Andrew?
Well, I have got a BMX, but I don't do any stunts or anything on it.
Oh, you should have a go. It improves your riding control, and you can manoeuvre your bike wherever you want then.
Oh, okay, thanks so much.
Okay.
But be very careful, eh?
Pardon?
Be very careful.
Yeah.
Right.
Thanks so much. Thank
Bye-bye.
you. Bye.
Bye.
On line 1, Robert McQuigden.
Hello?
Hello, I think I got that wrong, didn't I? Is it
Yeah, it's Quickington.
Quickenden?
Hi, Robert.
Good name for a racer, actually. What's your question?
I'd like to ask Andy how long it took him to learn all the stunts that he can do now.
Well, different stunts take different times to learn. Some of them you can learn in a day, some you can learn in a week, some you can learn in over a few months. So the hard ones take a few months to learn, but all the basic ones, you know, you can learn them pretty quick if you try.
Are you a BMX rider?
Well, I sold my BMX just a little while ago.
Oh, what did you do that for?
Well, I want to get a better one.
Oh, that's all right then.
Do you do these stunts and everything when you've got a bike?
Well, I'm not that good at it now.
Well, practice makes perfect. You should keep trying, and you'll get it sometime.
Okay.
OK.
Okay.
Thanks for your call.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye-bye. Now, you have a bargain for us.
Yeah. Well, with the BMX, we've decided to give a prize away to do with the BMX, obviously. That's all the gear I'm wearing, including
Yep.
the helmet, and the sliders, like that you put on your elbows.
On your elbows, yeah.
And the leg gaiters that you put on your legs to stop your trousers getting dirty when you're racing in the winter. And also a year's subscription to BMX Weekly. That's the magazine in Britain that promotes it.
Right, and the question?
Right, the first part of the question is, what does BMX stand for?
And if you were listening carefully, I've already given that away.
Yeah, that's already been given.
And the second one?
The second question is, who is the UK BMX 16 expert champion?
Once again?
Who is the UK BMX 16 expert champion?
Fine, thanks very much. Usual address, Saturday Superstore, BBC Television, and obviously you know it off by now, well, there it is, London W12 8QT.
Boy, that's knocked the old wind out of him. I shouldn't be too surprised if it's done a bit more damage as well. But he has got himself a new European record.